Hey everyone, it's Rianne with Akashic Inspirations, and this is going to be our Love Tarot reading for the sign of Leo. Wonderful, fiery, passionate entertainers. My daughter's a Leo, my friend is a Leo, Ron from Simply Intuitive is a Leo, so this is going to be your reading. So I just want to start out by thanking everyone who has viewed my videos. They were a huge success. I really am such a great appreciative state for everyone who has shared, liked, and commented, for those who viewed them and whose messages resonated with you. I'm also created on a website at akashicinspirations.com a love tarot reading for you to be personalized. So if you want a personal reading to see how you personally are coming along and what is needed to be done, what blockages, what issues, we can do an Akashic reading and then do the 9-card spread for you. So if you're looking for healing, I offer a violet flame healing or chakra clearing. There's many things that can be done through the Akashics, connecting you to past lives, to past over loved ones, and helping you on your path and your divine messages. So, and hooking you up with your guides as well. Who are your guides and who are the angels that you're working with at this time? But I've decided to go ahead and use the Glastonbury Tarot again for this month, illustrated and written by Lisa Tenzin Dolma. And it uses the energies of Avalon and Glastonbury, which are beautiful, beautiful energies. So let's talk about the energies of what we've got coming into this month. We started with January 20th with the full alignment of the 5 visible planets. So we're talking, that's what little hearts here represent, representing Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. So this alignment is bringing us to a stellar gateway, a Metatronic stellar gateway, which is opening up these 5th dimensional and multidimensional aspects of self and bringing in things that would be unexpected. We have to go through a little bit of shadow work at this time at the beginning of February. We then arrive at the 2nd, which is the Feast of Imbolc, which is a fire Celtic ritual ceremony time, one of the Sabbats, and it also represents the Feast of Brede or Bridget. And she was the goddess or the patron saint of the hearth and blacksmiths and the home in Celtic England and Ireland. During that time, it's the time where the crone energies of winter give way to the rebirthing and the energies of spring and the maiden and the seeding of the soil to start the process of the fertilization by the sun. As the sun, the days become longer as we go into spring and into summer. This signifies the commencement that the longest days of winter and dormancy have been put aside. So that's a good thing for Leo, since you are a fire sign. We're going to have that fire energy represented by the phoenix and rebirth, a purification through fire. And how do we deal with those energies? And how does it relate to our romance and our reunion with our twin flame and with our sacred union of self? We will see what the cards have to say. We're going to do a 9-card pull, and we'll see what messages want to come out from fiery Leos this month. All right. I'm going to start with these that have just kind of spread themselves to me. Now we're going to have 3 more. Wow. And I see 2 that were face up, so I'll leave them face up as we pull the last 2. I hope you can hear me better. I don't know if the camera, the microphone, have had some people comment that perhaps the audio was somewhat low. So, oh, perfect. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to put this one here because it did come out, and it's the overriding Phoenix energy. Here we go. Here it is. The Tower. Meaning what? Transformation. Means that you've been created basically a paradigm shift, a stroke. Usually it's represented by the towering, the crumbling down of the old paradigm and the rebirth and from the ashes arising the phoenix of the rebirth of the new. So here we have the water element as well as the fire element to create the balance of the harmony here that's represented by the earth, by the Tor, and the St. Michael's uh, tower is on top of Glastonbury Tor, and it's illuminated by this fiery, creative sun energies, fire purification of the phoenix. So this is exactly what I was just talking about. I love it when the cards confirm. Um, so let's go to a progression. We start with the Five of Cups. And this came out in one of the other readings that I just finished doing. And here you see that you have three cups which have been used up, which is the silver cups. And this figure is walking up the hill. So there does seem to be some type of a little bit, it's going to be a little bit of work to get up to where the golden cups are. But she's got her body is facing that direction. She's walking in that direction. So she's going towards it with a determination and a focus. She has a focus point. And she's being guided by spirit, which is denoted by the purple of her cape. And it's lined in this deep indigo royal blue, which denotes service, loyalty, devotion. So she's devoted to her higher spiritual aspect of achieving and getting to these gold cups. So she's left behind what has already been used up, what has in the past is now served as a stepping stone or a way on her path. And if you see, there's really no path, so it's about creating her own path, creating your own path. But it's having the focus and the focal point in your mind's eye, so you know where you're going. So you don't need to see a path that's determined by someone else. This is your own path, so therefore you are creating the way up to what it is that you have in your mind's eye that you want to achieve. And here we have the Queen of Staffs. So again, fiery energies. She's the embodiment of passion, sensuality, focus, a movement of, she's kind of quick-witted and she doesn't fool around. She's very intent on again. This is another figure who has a determination. This one's seeing her focal point, and she seems to be shading her eyes so that she can have a clarity of vision, clarity of where her actions are taking her. So the yellow cape that she has, along with the red markings and stripes through it, shows that it is energy that is enlightened, that is at the light of day. She doesn't hide anything. And the orange of her hair shows her creativity, that which she is being inspired to bring about, and that's why she's looking in this direction. She's looking forward. So let us see what she's looking forward to. And it is the Three of Cups with celebration. So she is looking. She's basically found her focal point. She's in the process of getting there, and once she gets there, then she's going to celebrate, right? So here we have three children like playing Ring Around the Rosies, and we have this little girl who embodies the childlike innocence of the higher spirit, denoted by the magenta color of her dress. The older boy has the blue of devotion and loyalty and service, with being grounded in the spiritual, since he has the purple pants. And here, this little boy is the one who's always laughing. Here's Leo. Here's Leo energy. The orange with the yellow, the laughing, the happiness, the wanting to be the entertainer, the one that wants to be a focal point and a center of attraction, and to just be happy and laughing. So I love that this is the energy that's coming out for Leo. So very fiery and yet balanced with the cups, with the Three of Cups, which is a beautiful coming together in community, coming together in a party, a celebration. Maybe you're going to be invited to a dance or invited to some type of social gathering where you can share. And that's what Leos really love. They love the parties. They love to be happy. And here we have the Queen of Swords. So here we're finding a balance. Interesting. We've got two queens now. We have the Queen of Staffs, who is a focused doer, right? And really into her passion, and her energies are applied. And we have the Queen of Swords, who is the balance to that. She's the one that's centered in her thoughts. That is the symbol of justice. She holds the sword pointing down, and it illuminates up into her heart chakra, so which is kind of green there. And she's illuminated by the golden stars around her. She has a solid base in her wisdom. She's able to cut away the things that no longer serve. And she's been able to do that. She's been able to master the cutting away of the thoughts that don't serve her. And she's able to now wisely and with clear thinking make decisions, make a balanced view of who she is and who she has around her. And as we move on, oh boy, got a lot of court cards. So a lot of movement of people and relationships. So here's the King of Cups. Now this person is kind of, I would say, this is kind of what twin flame energy is. Here you have one person who's very steadfast, very loyal, very into the responsibility of doing the right thing. And here you have one who is expressing his joy freely and expressing through a generous spirit of heart. So that's what twin flames is about. It's this seemingly opposite, but that they complement each other, right? It's the part that you don't have. That's what twin flames are. That's why they're also difficult, because if you don't accept yourself in the totality of who you are, then it's difficult to accept and make space for the twin flame to come into your life. But here's this person, he's a master because he's the king. So he's the master of emotions, and being a master of emotion doesn't mean hiding them. It means expressing yourself who you are freely and being that joyous, just exulting in the joy of who you are, in fulfillment of who you are. So he's sitting on this magenta pink. Here we got the magenta pinks again. So he's basing on the higher spirit. Here in his pants, which are green, that means grounding and healing, healing of and creativity. His blue tunic is someone who is devoted, who is loyal, who is representing the higher aspects. I just heard Archangel Michael. So really beautiful energies, how they complement each other. And that is what the twin flame energy. Because why? Because it brings us balance. So here's the Two of Swords. Now this is, normally it looks like the Justice, which she's blinded, but he's not being blinded. He's just going within. His eyes are closed and he's completely centered in between the two swords, or the two choices. So he's decided he's going to go the middle road. He's going to go through his intuition to make choices and decisions. And he's healed those aspects of himself that were out of alignment. And so now, even if it's dark with the stars and he doesn't have the sun to illuminate, his third eye is in focus and he is able to make a judgment based on his own intuition. So this is what you're going to be able to gather from this relationship, is finding the balance. And when we do that, then we have the World. And here again is the Phoenix, having laid the egg stone, right? Coming from the egg stone energies. And just surrounded by the multicolor rainbow energy. So really having that alignment with the chakras, having the alignment of the planets in your favor, then it is about, from the heart center, creating the from the void, from the black hole, of the universe, creating, allowing the multidimensional aspects to flow through and to create and expand this energy. So the world card is about fulfillment. It is the phoenix in full flight after the rebirth. So here again, the fire energies. So beautiful, beautiful culmination, the satisfaction of success, of prosperity, of all your life aspects being in harmony, being working together. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles. So here we have this balance. Look at we've got three of the queens. We have the Vesica or the Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So here we have a trinity, right? A trinity of energies, being masters in their own way. So here we have the master of the clarity of thinking, the mastery of putting your fiery passions into action. And here we have the one who has achieved the rewards. She's it's very close to a representation, I think, of the Gaia, the Earth Mother energy here. She is loving, nurturing, healing, fertile, very similar to that of the Empress as well. So each of the queens has an aspect of the Empress, which is a higher, I would say, a higher evolution of the queen energies. And again, what this all brings to us, and here is Breed with Temperance. So here, here is the tree that what people do is they come and they tie ribbons to her tree. And usually the tree is near a well. So here's her well where she's the temperance of stepping into the water and being grounded on the earth, the balance, and the balance of sending the energies from one cup to the other. So she's basically created an energy ball. And if you've watched Debbie's Periscopes, you know that energy balls are very powerful. She is dressed in a darker blue, so it's very devotional, extremely balanced with and harmonious with the earth energies. And we're able to turn to her because here we do have some of the fire element that she's creating a sense of alchemy, right? A sense of alchemy. I'd like to read a little bit about the Temperance card, which will be interesting so you can see kind of how this book relates the colors and the information. Let's see if I can pull this up a little bit so you can see them better. But I just love the way this spread has come out. Right. So she stands with one foot in the water and the other on dry land. Her posture shows that she is the state of perfect balance. Two water lilies float before her. Flowers that, like the lotus, gain nutrients from the mud and open their blossoms into the air. These are symbols of our ability to exist at all levels of our being, to open ourselves to the spiritual aspects of ourselves while remaining rooted in the earth that sustains our physical form. In her hand she holds two chalices. The element of earth, air, fire, and water flow from each, merging so that they are not poured onto the ground, but instead create an alchemical force that flows in both directions from chalice to chalice. With these, Breed harnesses the powerful forces of nature and creates a union of opposites. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of a progression from the Chariot card, which you have the white and the black horses. There is great creative energy as the blending of opposing factors acts as a force for change and transformation, which here we got in the Tower. This gives rise to a new and beautiful energy, which is brought forth from deep within the self. So very interesting. Let's look at these cards again. So we have the Tower, the change, the breaking down, the balance, and the achievement of this work is culminated here in the world where you find the union and satisfaction. Wow, what a beautiful reading from Leos. Goodness gracious. amazing. Again, if you would like your own personalized reading, please go to my website, akashicinspirations.com. I'll post the links in the comments below, as well as a Facebook page where you can see experience the daily readings and comment and enjoy that. And Twitter account, which is linked, of course, to Periscope. So if you follow me, you'll be able to get the messages as to when I'm going on to and doing a scope, and perhaps get a free card pull for yourself. Oh, I am so happy. This is a beautiful, wonderful energies. Please take advantage of them. You're in the right space. You're in that space of balance. Now is the time to use the new moon to set your intentions and allow them to come into fruition during the full moon, balancing these beautiful new energies of the sun as it comes in with the celebration of Breed on the 2nd of April. So I wish you a wonderful month and a beautiful day full of love and joy and celebration. Namaste.